Today, we're anchored at Longboat Pass, also known as Longboat Key. We'll show you around the anchorage and how to get in here, and we'll also take you to shore. So come along. Here's a chart view of the area. Here's a Google Maps screenshot of the area known as Longboat Key or Longboat Pass. The anchorage will show up as a yellow circle, and you can also anchor to the southwest of Jewfish Key, but there's a lot of boat traffic in that area and you may be exposed to more wind. To get in from the intercoastal waterway, the blue line will show up as the intercoastal waterway, and you want to approach Jewfish Key and kind of hug it to the south of it, and then follow that towards the docks of the new restaurant, and then turn back down south to the actual anchorage. You want to avoid the area coming up in a red circle. It's a shoal, and it is at some points at low tide actually exposed, so stay away from that area and you won't run aground. There will be two restaurants on Longboat Key. The Mar Vista Dockside Restaurant, which has been here for many years, is a unique place. It has inside seating, outside seating, and even some tables nestled in the mangroves right outside. They also have dockage, and you can pull your dinghy up to the beach.
Yeah, the Mar Vista can get pretty busy at lunchtime. If you have a small boat or a dinghy, you can just pull it up on the beach.
The new restaurant under construction next to the Mar Vista will be called The Shore. Apparently they have another location in St. Armand's Circle. They're building quite an extensive dock outside. It'll accommodate quite a few boats, and they look like they should be opening soon. I'm sure it's going to be a very nice restaurant. This is one of only about 3 or 4 houses that are actually built on Jewfish Key. The sandbar on the west side of Jewfish Key is quite the hangout on the weekends, with many boaters showing up to hang out in the shallow waters. That boat looked like it had its bar built into its rod holder. There's also another popular place to hang out, and that is at the southern end of the Longboat Pass Bridge. However, there is signs there that say no alcohol and no dogs, so we won't be going there. Approaching the 53-foot Catch Catherine. It's a charter boat. They run sunset sails and day sails right off the key here, and their website's known as Catherine's Florida Charters. many years, the town of Longboat Key has allowed people to store their dinghies, kayaks, and other vessels on this beach. However, they recently installed these two signs asking people to store their vessels in between them to free up a little bit of the beach. As you can see, there's quite a few boats that are parked here. The island has quite a bit of history. The Longboat Key Historical Society is working on a new museum. It's not open yet, but they have this building and another adjacent building being prepared. They also have a number of signs around the key that indicate different historical things, like this one coming up, which is the first house apparently on Longboat Key. The Longboat Key Historical Society's website is lbkhs.org, and they're taking donations for the building of their museum. They also have this marker, which indicated where the town dock was. It apparently was used to bring tourists and fishing, and also some other commerce. It was apparently wiped away in the hurricane of 1921. There's plenty of tropical vegetation on the island. Somewhere behind all of those palm trees is a house. I'm not really sure what's happening with this tree, but if I was a kid, this thing would keep me up at night. In addition to the expensive waterfront properties that are all along the coastline, there's a number of small cottages, colorful houses that were built obviously many years ago. We weren't really sure what was happening with this next house, but apparently if you didn't find a sand dollar on the beach, they have a few that you can take with you. We met a few of the island's other exotic residents. There's a bunch of roaming wild peacocks. We talked to a number of the local residents, and apparently they can be a little bit destructive, but they are very beautiful, but also very, very loud. As we get ready to head back out to the boat, I'll point out a couple things. There's a liquor store at the Whitney Beach Plaza, also a small cafe that serves breakfast, and a tavern. There isn't a grocery store nearby. The closest Publix is about 5 miles away in Holmes Beach. Well, that wraps up our tour of the Anchorage at Longboat Pass. If you'd like to see more exploring Florida by boat, please hit the subscribe button. If you'd like even more details on the anchorages and the places we visit, go to our website, flbyboat.com. Thanks for watching.